Hello, class! That was electricity, but we'll learn about that later. Today we're going to be learning about Newton's first and third laws of motion.
What about the second?
Shut up!
We will not speak of the second law in this classroom, do you hear me?
As I was saying, today we're going to be learning about Newton's first and third laws of motion. Newton's laws of motion describe the relationship between forces acting on a body and its motion due to those forces. The laws of motion were compiled by Sir Isaac Newton and published in 1687 in his work Philosophiae Naturalis Principia Mathematica. And here to help me explain them is my assistant, Ivana.
Please, I'm so hungry.
Ivana was a very bad student. So, let's begin with the first law. Ivana, would you like to explain to the class what Newton's first law states?
Newton's first law states that an object will remain in uniform motion unless acted upon by an external force.
Very good, Ivana! Now let's move on with an example. As you can see, Ivana is wearing a pair of rollerblades, but when Gina comes over and pushes her, she begins to move. When Ivana was standing still, the two forces acting upon her were the force of gravity and the force of the floor pushing up on her feet, and they were both in balance. When she started to move, the force of Gina's push caused her to accelerate forward, and air resistance was pushing her back.
Mr. Sputnik, then aren't you implying that Ivana would keep rolling, like, forever?
Very good question, Gina! Because of the friction of the ground on the skates and the air resistance on Ivana's body causes her to slow down and eventually come to a stop.
Oh, I get it now!
Now moving on to the third law! What is it?
Newton's third law states that for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction! My gluteus maximus is pushing down on the chair, but the chair is also pushing up on my gluteus maximus.
Gina and Ivana are both applying equal forces on each other's body. As Gina tackles Ivana to the ground, not only is she inflicting force upon Ivana, but Ivana is also inflicting a force upon Gina. Okay, class, that concludes today's lesson. Ivana, get back in your cage!
Mr. Sputnik! You promised I would get something to eat. Please! I'm so hungry.
Alright, fine. Eat Gina.
Yes!